welcome to On Location TV 19's boys varsity basketball matchup here from Mahtomedi High School. It's the Zephyrs of Mahtomedi versus the North St. Paul Polars. And the Polars, the away team, in the red and white. As they introduce the teams right now, I am Johnny Kane, and excited to bring you this matchup. It's Classic Suburban boys varsity basketball, and it's always exciting. Both of these two teams are pretty close in the standings, in the middle of the conference standings. I see that the North St. Paul Polar is 7-9 overall, 4-4 in the conference. Mahtomedi 9-9 overall, 3-5 in the conference. So pretty important game for both of these two teams to advance up the conference standings, and playoffs will start somewhere near the end of February. We got Arlen Becker on one of the cameras tonight. We got some great people here from On Location TV 19, and I know that the weather's been so cold for the past few weeks that hard to get games on lately, because you know, if it gets below like 10 degrees, it's hard to do games with all the wires from outside into gyms and all that. So it's a real big night for us here. Good to be back doing some boys varsity basketball. And these two teams so close in the standings, but the home court of the Zephyrs tonight might mean the big difference. Head coach of the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, Keith Newman. He's been here for quite some time. His son plays, and we'll see minutes off the bench. And then the head coach of North St. Paul, the Polars, Joe Janquart. So this is getting ready. The two team starters are embracing at half court. And we'll get a jump on the way with the big man, Sean Jelly, 6'10" for the Zephyrs in the dark blue with yellow. And he wins the tap. Got it to his teammate. And here they come, the Zephyrs. 0-0 game here. It's the start of the first half. And they go down low to Jelly, and he misses but gets fouled. Followed by Joe Messerol, the senior 6'5" center. So here's Sean Jelly. First of two free throws, no good. Just 12 seconds into this matchup. Classic Suburban boys varsity basketball. Some say maybe the best conference in the state. It is debatable. And Jelly makes the second, so we have a 1-0 lead here for the Zephyrs. Once again, I am Johnny Kane here. Proud to bring you this matchup, as now we have Devon Dickens trying to drive inside, kicks out. Now it's perimeter ball for the Polars, down low. Good defense from the Zephyrs, kicking it out. With the ball, Lejon Ogasi. And we have a foul on the Polars, an illegal pick, and a turnover, and the Zephyrs will have the ball again. So the Polars tried to work it around the perimeter, go inside. They maybe worked a little bit too much on trying to find a good shot, because the turnover happened and they didn't even get a shot off. So sometimes you just got to shoot, boys. 1-0 here, Zephyrs. Slowly coming up the court, Sam Muster. Over to Lucas Bueller. Bueller back to Muster. Muster trapped, didn't know where to go, so he hands it off, and look at this drive inside on the baseline, blocked. Big block there. Surprising from Joe Mullen of the Polars, because the layup was there. He didn't need to go reverse. Just gave up easy two. Got blocked. Ball out of bounds, so back to the Zephyrs. Now they'll work it on the perimeter, as the head coach of North St. Paul, Joe Janquart, is animated right behind the plate. Down low to Jelly. Jelly. It wasn't off of him. It was off Joe Mullen, senior forward for the Polars with the blonde hair. So inbound here for the Zephyrs. Couple gaps shut off, and then we'll have a three. Oh, boy, that had some arc and it went in. Good shot there for Sam Mustard, 5'8", junior guard. Looked a little awkward, I will have to say. Now the Polars will go around the perimeter again. Down low. Too many passes, almost another turnover. Boy, the Polars just don't know what they don't like shooting, I guess, so far. They're looking for a Hoosiers-like shot. And they get a shot off, but it was blocked by Jelly, and passing up the three on the other end. Out to Bueller. And off the hand of a Polar. That being Devon Dickens, junior guard, number 2. Pretty good crowd here in the Zephyrs gym, and the Mahtomedi band is here right below me, so they will be entertaining the crowd. Most of their songs seem to come from either the late 70s or 80s, though. It seems weird for high school kids to be loving that music, but hey, here's a turnover, and down low Dickens, he had it blocked. Never even got to the rim, so far the Polars haven't even had a ball go off the backboard or rim yet. Polar ball on the inbound, looking for some points. 4-0 here, and they'll take a 3. That was an open shot. No good for Jake Steckler. And North St. Paul so far hasn't gotten it out of neutral. Whereas Mahtomedi could be really taking advantage so far. More possessions, and they do have 4 points. 4-0 here, but North St. Paul really not on their game quite yet. And I'm not sure if you want Jelly, the 6'10", to be handling the ball like that. Get him down low towards the basket. Now here's a drive on the baseline. Kicked out. Jelly was there, handed it off. Muster on fire. Another 3. And we have a 7-0 lead here by the Zephyrs. Remember, both of these two teams have a similar type conference record, similar overall record as well. Pretty good matchup. And here comes another 3. And this one's good for Jake Steckler, the junior 6'2" guard. And it's 7-3. So the threes are falling from the gym here early on. That's a good sign. Foul on the Polars. And there'll be a couple changes for the Polars here after the first about 3 minutes of play. Once again, head coaches for North St. Paul, he's standing up. He's kind of wearing a gray, I forgot what they call that, turnover on Mahtomedi and a cross-court inbound to Jelly into the scores. But Rick Santorum wore that type of shirt. I forget what they call it. Some sort of sweater vest, that's it. Sweater vest, gray sweater vest, red shirt. Ooh, look at this. Mahtomedi, tight defense. Jelly up in the air to try to alter that shot. Ball still North St. Paul's. Sean Jelly's just a junior, 6'10". Oh, they're on to you, Jake Steckler. Trying to get up on your threes, and Steckler will drive and miss the shot. Thought he got fouled. Jelly with the rebound. Mahtomedi pushing the ball up, and look at this, open shot, basically, and it goes in. Alex Vojdovich, senior forward. Sometimes you have to be decisive and quickly. He was so wide open, and the only guy near him was for North St. Paul was 4 inches shorter, it seemed. Here's Steckler. Steckler goes against a double team, and a nice pass. But then the recipient, Joe Mullen, had it stripped. Beautiful pass there. So far, Steckler, Jake Steckler, is showing that he knows the game of basketball, and he's executing to the best of his abilities. And there was a foul, so here comes Joe Mullen with his first of 2. Ooh, and it was in and out, but mainly out. And they need points. LeJean Ogassi and Devon Dickens, the backcourt now for the Polars, as Mullen makes his second free throw. 9-4 game here. Boy, a trap on for the Polars, and they do cause a turnover. You have to love that. Turnover there against Lucas Bueller. Thought he was maybe throwing it to Jelly, but he wasn't. It was Vojtovic, who's about 7-8 inches shorter. Now the Polars working it. They love the outside game tonight. It looks like they're afraid to go in on Jelly and company. And they have had their shots altered and blocked a few times. Oh, look at this, the drive. This man's got some guts. Steckler. And you know what? Too much there because he gets the offensive foul. And the Zephyrs bringing the ball up. Sam Muster. Oh, Muster for the open three, says why not? And with a shot like that, why not? 12-4. Classic Suburban boys varsity basketball. Good stuff. Two good teams on the rise. And look at that, trying to get it down to a Mullen, but a little awkward. And another layup opportunity for Mahtomedi, not seized upon. And then a turnover. And here comes Lejon Agassi. Agassi! Ooh, nice. Senior gets 2. 6-point lead now for the Zephyrs. Muster over to Jelly, back to Muster. Uh-oh, and they're gonna pick themselves over to Jelly. Jelly might want to take that shot. He only has about 7 inches on his defender. I know it's outside, but hey, got to show your range. Going back to Jelly, but you know what? He's not plastic, man. Can't get to everything that you throw up high like that. And another turnover on the Zephyrs. Inbounding will be Adrian Wadlington, the sophomore. And the Polars mixing up units here, trying to make sure that they can find a spark somewhere. They leave a couple starters out there. Ball on the perimeter, tough defense. Nice job by the Zephyrs making life terrible on these Polars. Adrian. Boy, you sometimes got to take a little more time than that. Joe Mullen is aggressive though. He's playing his guts out. Hasn't taken a break yet. He's got to guard the 6'10 Jelly, so his life is not as fun as he wanted it to be for the next hour or so here. And that time, you know, look at the scrappy play. Joe Mullen doesn't stop at least. He's a pest out there. Almost causes a turnover on a steal. Boy, they just want to get it to Jelly. I can see that, but they don't. Polar looking for a dive and a tip in from Jelly. On the miss there from Vojtovic. Drive. Boy, these guards, and look at Jelly just swat another one. He gives a dirty look to Joe Mullen. But these guards for North St. Paul so far have not shown the ability to take on the big man. They get halfway through the lane and then they just pass it off, look for a wild little quick pass. But they ought to be trying to put Jelly as another three by Steckler. They try to get Jelly into foul trouble by taking on the big man, make him foul you. Muster. I know last game I called him Mooster a lot. Maybe he enjoyed being called Mooster. Maybe it is Mooster. But I'm gonna go with Muster tonight. Just my affinity for Moonster cheese. The most underrated popular cheese in America is Moonster cheese. Boy, looks like the Polars are just gonna play zone. and let the Zephyrs try to rain threes on them, which so far it's worked out for the Zephyrs that way. They have a 5-point lead due to their various three-pointers. Trying to see Jelly. Here's a little elbow shot, missed. Good look there for Lucas Bueller. And the Polars up, traveling on Thomas Akwe. And you know, I've seen a travel like that 5,000 times at least in my life, and I don't know how people keep doing it. And I'm talking about pros, college, high school, and any age. Can't do that. You see it at least 5 times, at least a game, every game. Jelly better get out of the key and get 3 seconds. And there's a scramble for the loose ball. They're tied up. And it was a good job there by Jake Steckler of tying it up. And the possession arrow in favor of the Polars. So for a team like the Polars, who was down early and still down now in the first period, they need points. They need to make this a game. So far they're looking a little unsure of themselves. There's a drive inside, but a miss. Seems like that time Thomas Akwe thought Jelly was there, but Jelly wasn't even near him. Boy, Jelly's presence can't account too much, and you know, his presence alone is making North St. Paul have fits. Then we have an offensive foul on the Zephyrs. Inside, turnover again, and the Polar bench very excited. If you're gonna make a foul, Mahtomedi, don't do it in front of the North St. Paul bench, because they were all on it. They saw it. And looking at the fouls, well, no one's in deep danger yet of being in the bonus. 4-2, 4 for the Polars, 2 for the Zephyrs. Swinging it around, Jake McDonough has it, dribbling, double teamed, kicks out. LeJon Agassi. Agassi really doesn't have anywhere to go. He has scored a nice 2 earlier. Oh, look at this. Why not? You know, nobody was thinking you're going to shoot it, so take it, Adrian Wadlington. Oh, look at that. That's just too easy. Oh, and he misses the layup. There's been some layup missing going on here for the Zephyrs early on, that time on Jed Magnuson. North St. Paul was hoping for that one. Could have maybe tied it up off the easy miss down at the other end. And look, he wants to go again. He misses this time with strong defense. Boy, so far it's not Jed Magnuson's night. A couple shots, couple misses, and both of them were very makeable. Maybe he'll end up being a big difference in this game. Number 15 for the Zephyrs. Taking it out is Akwe. Over to Wadlington. This is a 3. No good, off the rim a little too hard there for Agassi. Mahtomedi slowing the game down now. Boy. Jelly bumping around in there. He's taken on by a point guard right now, and you're not getting the ball to him? I guess not, because Sam Muster is a pretty good shooter, and especially tonight. He's looking good. North St. Paul down by 5 again. Ooh. They're going to call that one on North St. Paul, charging on, I think, Agassi, although he had help from a buddy. Kind of a double pick. Well, kind of one pick, a little bit of a knee, and a little bit of a pushover. That's the way I used to play basketball. I loved playing center, and just when one of my opponents was driving down the lane, and it was just him against me, and I had my arms up, I'd just stick my knee out. Just stick my knee out and trip him up somehow. Yes, and it was illegal. But I loved it. There's a nice shot from Jelly. Another 2. 18-11. Sometimes I didn't get called on that sticking my knee out thing, though, too, and it usually would injure a player or make him trip to the floor. We're talking like 6th, 7th grade basketball here. Oh, nice lay in there. The Polars playing a little better now. That was Kyle Mason, 6'4" senior. Boy, they had a man wide open for 3 there, Mahtomedi, and they just disregarded him, and they're going to go low and then get a foul out of it. Voidovich going to go to the line. Alex Voitovich, 6'1" senior. North St. Paul making a few substitutions. You know, their bench players came in and actually, you know, kept it close or even cut into the deficit a little bit. So not a bad job there by North St. Paul's second second unit bench players. Ooh, Jelly might have gone over the back right there, but he got away with one. And North St. Paul comes away with the rebound. I'm noticing tonight Jelly, because we did the Tartan game here about a month ago, Tartan versus Mahtomedi, and Jelly was not as big a part of that game. Seems like Tartan might be a better team. I'm not quite sure about that, but I mean, Tartan seems pretty darn good, and Tartan did win that night, so. Oh, look, there's a pass to no one except for a turnover over to the Zephyrs. And there's Sam Newman, misses on the layup. A lot of layup missing going on in this game. There's another layup missed, this time on North St. Paul's Steckler, who has to hurry up and get back into the play. Drive, Voidovich! Oh, they're going to call it off. It was a pretty drive. A turnaround lay-in. Thought he might have a three-point play going, but got a foul going. That was pretty, though. 6-point lead. On Location TV 19. More high school sports of the Fab Five. Both of these two teams are in the Fab Five that we cover. There's a drive. Nice drive by Devon Dickens. 2-possession game here, and another wild layup type drive, that time by Muster, no good. And then a traveling on North St. Paul. Must have been on Steckler. I was looking down when it happened, but he was the man with the ball. Boy, you cannot have that. North St. Paul's chipping, and then they want to get over the hump, go into halftime, and have a good speech from their head coach, Joe Jankwart. Not a rip your head off type of a halftime speech that I'm sure he's capable of giving. Well, looking around at Mahtomedi's season here, some of their big signature wins would be over Park of Cottage Grove, a suburban East school. They also beat St. Paul Como Park. They beat South St. Paul, another conference opponent, and they beat Minneapolis Roosevelt. They've beaten Richfield, and they've also beaten Henry Sibley, which is a pretty darn good school. So those are signature wins. They have lost to the likes of Stillwater and Eastridge. So those are good schools. But they did lose to them, and they did lose to Henry Sibley once, and Tartan, as we've seen, they did lose. That game was 59-47 last time we did a game here, at least the last time I did a game on TV 19 on Location Sports. Yeah, that Tartan-Mahtomedi game, Tartan was a little sluggish, but they have a deep team. Very deep. And hopefully we'll see Tartan again coming up in the future here. North St. Paul had a good win over Coon Rapids early in the season, and they also beat Park of Cottage Grove. So North St. Paul has beaten some similar teams, and here's a drive! And getting the foul, not sure who the foul is on here, but it could have been Jelly, which is a good thing for North St. Paul. Adrian Wadlington. Well, quietly, Adrian Wadlington, sophomore, is really humping his North St. Paul team tonight. Made some key shots. And not afraid to take it to the hoop. And, oh, just misses that one. Another rebound, Sean Jelly. Sam Muster takes it up with very little pressure on him. Cross court pass, down low, looking for Jelly. And one it should have been. Got hit on his arm late in the 2. Boy, what a height advantage that is. If he puts on another 30 pounds, I might want to be his agent someday. I'll gladly give him 30 of mine. And then another rebound for Jelly. Over to Vojtovic. Now over to Newman. Newman. There he is, Newman. High 3, and he makes it. Gets his head coach a clapping. Boy, he looks a lot like that head coach. Devon Dickens lost it. Drive, laying good off the Lucas Bueller steal and the Lucas Bueller bucket. And another timeout, North St. Paul. 4:05 remains here in the first half. And the Zephyrs, who had been kind of hanging always with the lead here in this first half, but had to get closer just a little bit ago. Now extend back to 10 points. And there's been an extraordinary effort here so far tonight by number 11, who happens to have 11 points for the Zephyrs. That's Muster. Sam Muster, the 5'8" guard. 11 points for his team here. Pretty good half. Location TV 19. I see that the athletic director at North St. Paul, still Jed Helwig. Had that job for quite some time. Doing a good job. Activities director here at Mahtomedi, Matt Menier. Or it could be Menier. It's a French-looking last name. I have not met him, but I think he's doing a heck of a job too. I wouldn't mind being athletic director at Mahtomedi. They have good facilities and good students, good teams. Drive, just a little too strong off the backboard, and looks like Newman got it. So Newman coming off the bench and doing a pretty good job. Muster plays a lot of minutes. Gets it over to Bueller. Bueller just looking around. He sees Vojtovic, but they'll go back to Muster. Muster a little too strong, but it looked good. You gotta keep on shooting. Here's Steckler. Steckler really looked like one of the guys on North St. Paul that was gonna keep them in this and try to pull one off, and he slowed down over the last 8 minutes of gameplay here in the first half. Oh, look at that. That's traveling. But I think they're gonna say a reach-in foul. Definitely looked like traveling to me before all that, and that's what Coach Keith Newman is saying. He's got a point. He's bewildered. Kind of a bailout call there, and lucky for North St. Paul, but they will try to work it in and get some points here because they need them bad. Haven't scored in the last couple minutes of gameplay. You want to stay in this game. Anytime you stay close, you have a chance in the end. But if you're getting blown out, what's the point? Ooh. Tough pass inside. Look at that. Newman almost slipped and fell, but kept the dribble going. Nice job. Over to Muster. Cross court. Nice pass by Newman. Taking the shot and making it is Jackson Bell. Jackson Bell. I'm sure he loved that result. 28-16. Oh, drive. Love it. Adrian Wadlington again. That's what you do. That's basketball. Just take it in there like Allen Iverson. Who cares if you get tripped, kicked, elbowed? You know, they have to get out of your way. Ooh, that one looked like it was off Fuller. It was. Still the Zephyrs ball. There is a player on North St. Paul, by the way, in 8th grade who's on the varsity. I was just looking at his name. His name is Good News. Good News Kepagol. You know, I think that the naming of children has definitely been a lot better since the 1970s, when everybody was John, Mark, Matt, Dave, Pete. I like to see Good News. There's another one. And the Zephyrs and Newman are really exploding here the last few minutes of this first half. Adrian kicks it out to Steckler. Steckler too hard. Missed, and another rebound to Jelly. He's got to be up near the 6-7 rebound mark already. Plus Jelly has 7 points. Only 1 foul for Jelly. Mahtomedi controlling this game, up by 12. Making a lot of their shots. Newman, back to Jelly. Ooh, defense almost stole one there. Defense did steal one there. Good job of pestering there for Lejan Ogasi. (30-18). That was a foul there on Newman. His second. Jake Steckler, he's just a junior. He's 6'2", he's dribbling. Over to the senior, Ogasi. Steckler gonna play the perimeter game, along with John Helmgren. I'm not sure, I guess North St. Paul just wants to control the clock and try to get 2 here. Oh, and another pass in the key that goes astray. Turnover, and Mahtomedi will probably hold for the last shot here of the first half, up 12, and that's the way they like it. And here he goes, Muster. Oh, Muster, why not? Whoa! Oh, they're going to give a foul to Adrian Wadlington on a shot that really was not going to go in anyway. But I think his momentum carried into Muster. So Muster is going to love this. Chance at the free throw line for 3 points. Oh. And you know, no one's going to really be going to the bonus here in the first half, which that's not a bad thing. Oh, Muster, the hot shooting, still stuck on 11 points. That's his number. I think I would put whatever I could on him making this last one. And that's why I work at TV 19, not in Vegas. Oh, last second three! No, they say no good. How? What is it? Wait, did they give it to him? One ref kind of said no, and one ref kind of said, I don't know, and then I don't think they gave it to him. And I don't think they're going to be coming up here to look at the video replay and climb the ladder on top of the visiting stands where I'm at right now. So that is a tough break for North St. Paul not to get that 3. That would have been some momentum. We're at halftime, and we'll be back with the Zephyrs at home, up by 12 on the Polars. This is good classic.
Stanley, what on earth are you doing?
Well, the film is
Didn't you say you always wanted to be in pictures?
Well, yes, I did, but not like this.
Stanley, it's all about television nowadays. Look at this flyer I was handed at the high school game last night. It says you too can make TV. Volunteer with On Location TV 19 and we'll show you how.
Well, Ollie, what do you think that means?
Stanley, pick up that film reel. Oh. It means that if you volunteer with On Location TV 19, you too can make TV.
Well, Ollie, what kind of TV? Oh!
If you volunteer for On Location TV 19, you can cover high school sporting events, community concerts, parades, and much more.
Do you think that's why they had cameras at the game last night?
Why, certainly. That's why they had those announcers, instant replay, and all that modern TV stuff.
Ollie, do you think that I could operate one of those TV
Why,
cameras?
of course you could. The folks at TV 19 will show you how.
Ollie, are we still living in the 1930s?
No, of course not, you silly Willy. Why do you ask such a question?
Well, then why are we in black and white?
That's what they call special effects nowadays. I'm sure if you wanted to appear in color, all you'd have to do is ask.
Can we be in color, please?
Welcome back on Location TV 19. Boys varsity basketball from the Classic Suburban Conference. And here are upcoming games for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. And you can see that they don't play on my birthday next week, which is a good thing. But they do make a trip to Tartan. And that game will be interesting on the 31st. Mahtomedi leading 30-18 after a brilliant first half of play by the Zephyrs, even though they did miss a lot of layups, it seemed. Still a comfortable lead. And just downloaded Jelly, why not? Putting it up and in. Jelly's 9th point. We'll get to North St. Paul upcoming games coming up in just a little bit when we have some time. Driving the baseline, look at Jelly! Blocking that shot from Joe Messero, who's 6'5". And Jelly's just going to take it from the elbow, and he's on fire. Sean Jelly, 6'10" junior. Comes out, start of the second half, and really looking good. Look, Newman went down and gave an open three-pointer to Ogassie, and Ogassie missed. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, collisions. It looked like it kind of hurt as Messero went hard to the basket. Boom. Could have been worse. There he is, the big man. Well, a recap of that first half is I would just have to say that there wasn't a problem of fouls or nothing, or free throws at the line. In fact, there was kind of a lot of free throws missed as we have a technical here on North St. Paul. And scoring the free throw will be Bueller, Lucas Bueller. He's getting 2 on this technical. And they'll get the ball, which is, this is not the start you wanted if you were the Polars, because you look right up now and you see, man, we're doubled up. Boy, it seems like with about 5-6 minutes left to go in that first half, they were down by 4, I think it was, just making a game out of it. And just like that, with some hot shooting, technical fouls, some missed shots, they're double up right now. And then a travel on the Zephyrs. So if North St. Paul is going to do anything, they better get started now. Lejean Agassi brings it in to his teammate, Devon Dickens. And Devon has not really made his presence felt from the first half. Dickens only had 2 points. There he is behind the back. Lays off a beautiful pass. I love it. Nice assist on the field goal from Messerol, Joe Messerol. So Dickens might have to do more of that. Jelly far out, looking for an assist, and he gets one because Muster just made another 3. And finally got off the 11-point mark, and he almost caused a steal there. Muster going wild. Rebound, and it looks like it did go off a Zephyr. Nice play by Jake McDonough to throw it off a Zephyr player. And out of bounds off that Zephyr player. So North St. Paul so far, they are fighting. Look at that. Reverse layup, blocked and no good. Jelly again, here's a steal, 2-on-1. Now 2-on-2. And looking for a foul, and he gets it. Jelly is holding his hands on his head saying, I don't even think I touched him. I think the guy just fell. And that's 2 fouls on Sean Jelly. For you out there in TV land, you don't spell his name Jelly. It's Hgelle. Kind of looks like Hygel. To the line, Dickens. Making them both. There's Muster. Long pass from Muster up to Voidovich. Sam Newman out there as well. Oh, look at this. Voidovich just says, why not? Why not me? Nobody's there. And it looked like Steckler did try to step in and break up the play, but too late. Ooh. Jelly almost blocked it, but then he hit that time Messerol pretty hard, and I think it was a 3. So I think Joe Messerol, who's probably not accustomed to having 3 free throws, is at the line. And 3 fouls on Jelly now. Messerol. I haven't seen anybody. I think somebody might be coming in for Jelly with 3 fouls now. And that time, no good. Messerol, he is a senior. They do have some youngsters on North St. Paul's lineup sheet, but I don't see any of them playing in the game, or haven't seen any of their 9th, 8th graders in the game. Well, miss, but then a rebound to the Polars and back to Steckler. Steckler puts it in. A little mini run here by the Polars, and then they trap and almost caused that turnover, but Muster's got it. Muster's going to take the freebie, miss it. Rebound, Voidovich. Muster again for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound to North St. Paul, and another layup and a foul on the missed lay-in. I think that one might have been Voidovich. And the Zephyrs are racking up the fouls here in the second half early on. There was actually Bueller with the foul, and that is his 3rd. And boy, North St. Paul and Jake Steckler and all the rest of your teammates, You really can't be missing free throws too much at this point. And that time Steckler does his job. So, slowly and surely, the Polars are trying to creep back in this game. That was Steckler's 9th point. Muster. Hand it off over there to Jackson Bell. Now over to Newman. And then look at that. He saw it coming. That senior's going wild. And then he got dragged down, and the ball looks like it's going to go to jump ball, and it looks like North St. Paul has the arrow. Unfortunate there because Joe Messerol, who stole it, had a head of steam, but he doesn't look super silky when he's kind of gliding with the ball, full court style. Steckler, no good. And they're going to call a foul here on number 5, Lejon Ogassi, on the rebound there by Vojtovic. Vojtovic is 6'1", it lists him. He does seem taller for some reason. Maybe he grew since the start of this season. Oh, and they're going to look on the outside perimeter. Back to Muster. Guarded by Jake McDonough. Back to Muster. Always got to keep an eye on Muster, don't you? Sam Newman. Boy, this perimeter game is just stall tactic worthy. And down low. So Vojtovic finally got their man down low after all the outside perimeter passing. Also in the game, Jed Magnuson for the Zephyrs. North St. Paul having a hard time right now just keeping the ball in their own control as it was stolen away by Newman. Newman down to Vojtovic, and the attempted block is a foul. Hard foul at that. And once again, the Zephyrs are pulling away. Basketball, one of them games where it's pretty physical. A lot of people don't think it is, but it is. I mean, there's hardly another sport out there that you hit the ground so much. You know, hardwood floors, taking charges, tripping, getting run over. All the bumping, and you know, if you got a big boy out there who's like 6'5", about 260 pounds, and he starts asserting his will, it's a physical game. Like, actually, Joe Messerol, he's 6'5". He looks like he's about 220, maybe 210. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell weight on him. He doesn't look overweight at all. He's just a big guy. Probably about 210, maybe. And Alex Vojtovic inserting himself and doing it well. North St. Paul, they don't have much time to be wasting. And then, oh, look at Sam Newman just tried to trip up a guy when he was on the ground. No call on it. And a drive inside. It's getting a little personal out there. It is getting personal out there. It looks like Vojtovic and Adrian Wadlington not friendly. Oh, and the referee's looking at him. But I also, and talking to him right now, but I also saw Sam Newman try to trip up Wadlington. Tried to, grabbed his leg. To the line goes Messerol. And once again, I'm so sad that the band left. The Mahtomedi band only plays about a half and through halftime, and then they leave. And that's pretty much the rule for all bands at every high school, it seems. I just hate that because I miss them. And the other one is good. So obviously North St. Paul is going to have to press here, which can also hurt you if you're not doing well on the press. Oh, but look at that time, it pays off. On the errant pass from Magnuson over to his buddy, Jackson Bell. Wadlington still in the game. He was talked to along with Voidovich on a steal. And then a turnover. This is one where Jed Magnuson's going to have to look hard and wide for like a tape he's going to send to colleges for his highlights in this game, because he doesn't have a lot of them. Wadlington down low, passes it in. Going to see Helmgren. Well, that man's going wild for North St. Paul this second half. Joe Messerow, where were you first half? I didn't see much of you. Now you have 7 points and another steal. Look at Messerow goal. No-look passes, and then he ran over Muster. Messerow's got some vigor in him tonight. He's also playing pretty well, actually. But, you know, after you make a no-look, and that's his 4th foul. Yeah, Messerow, I mean, he looks like he's a solid player to me. 14-point lead here for the Zephyrs. Now back in the game is Jelly. He's going to take it down low. Oh, man, he missed it. Got the rebound back and then just easily put it back. Boy, he's got long arms. I'd like to see him jam one here tonight. I'm not sure that I've seen Sean Jelly ever jam, and I sure see him get a lot of blocks like he just did. That might be about his 5th block of the game. But I don't see him jam it very often, and he's 6'10". He can probably almost reach the top of the cylinder. Just standing there, he probably has to jump about a foot maybe, so I hope that he can jump 12 inches. See the big man jam one of these times. I know that we're going to look at North St. Paul's up-and-coming games coming up pretty soon. I know that North St. Paul has had a pretty tough schedule so far. You know, their non-conference schedule was not bad at all. There they are. Henry Sibley, tough. Simley, they can beat them. Hill Murray, tough game. Richfield, they can probably beat them. And then St. Thomas Academy, another very tough game. So if North St. Paul can go 3-2 right there, I bet they'd be happy. Although they probably want to go 5-0, but I just don't foresee that in their future. But you know, Henry Sibley has been beat this year. They're not the team that they used to be. It might be that Keith Newman, the head coach of Mahtomedi, told his guys, we're going to play slow down ball now. Just, you know, which could become foul ball. Drive. And the miss. Magnuson missed it, but Jelly got the rebound back, and then he got fouled. I would tell Jed Magnuson, though, that I mean, you're not supposed to gamble until you're 18 anyway, but don't go gambling tonight. Don't play poker with your buddies after this game or nothing. The luck is not with you tonight. Ooh, kind of a brick there on the free throw, but what are they calling? I think they're calling something on North St. Paul for, I have no idea what that was. Maybe for wearing lime green shoes? Being a distraction out there? So they're going to say that that first shot by Jelly, that was just don't count it. He's going to get another shot here. And Jelly makes them both. The big man. Oh, and a steal. Oh, and then out of bounds. Telegraphed pass there. Lucas Bueller saw it. Just missed it. Jake Steckler, the junior, going to inbound here, and he's still stuck at 9 points. Over to Thomas Aquai. John Helmgren with the ball. Over to Steckler. early on in the game, Joe Mullen, blonde number 15 for the Polars, seemed like he was going to be a factor, but the second half, he has the ball now. Look, he's going to take on the big man and get it blocked, and the big man didn't even really do nothing. He just put his arms up. Drive on the big man. Big man Jelly alters the shot. Boy, this is one of his best. This for sure is the best game I've ever seen Sean Jelly have. It's been pretty darn impressive. Down low, and Magnuson taking on 3 Polars. And he got blocked and off of Magnuson, so the Polars ball. Jed Magnuson's a senior. He's 6'5". He's number 15, if you can see him. He's still out there. In fact, I think they took him out. I think they just took him out. Into the game came Jackson Bell. Steckler for 3, missing it. Air ball, in fact. And here comes Bueller. Bueller kicking out. Jackson Bell now over to Voidovich. Voidovich gets a lot of playing time. Bueller over to Jackson Bell. Now back to Mooster. And a steal. How about a dunk? Oh, Jelly going for the block and going to the free throw line will be Joe Mullen. If Mullen would have dunked on Jelly there, I would have loved it. That would have been funny. And Jelly obviously wasn't going to let that happen. Into the game, Joe Neen. First time I've seen him tonight. Senior from Mahtomedi, 6'6". Joe Neen is number 32, if you happen to see him out there. Pretty big boy. And miss, and the Zephyrs are gonna go up and just try to waste some time. Nice attempted steal there. Voidovich. Voidovich turns, rolls. Foul, or traveling, I guess. I didn't see the travel. I liked his effort, though, there by Voidovich, and he would have got that bucket as Mullen, who was nearby, just didn't even go for a swat. Thomas Akoi. Oh, boy. That time, Wadlington got down in between 3 tall Zephyrs. Yeah, that's not a good position to be in. Another steal. A lot of turnovers from the Polars tonight. Too many to mention. Here's Sam Newman. Newman misses. And 2 of the guards on Mahtomedi that play the most are both Sams, Muster and Newman. That's good to see because most of the Sams I see on rosters nowadays are girls. Some calling themselves Sam, short for Samantha. Don't see too many male Sams on the rosters anymore for some reason. Outside shot, no good from Helmgren, down low. Back in the game with 4 fouls and looking for a 5th, actually, if you ask me, was a Messerol on his miss. And there's a side. That's a nice shot there from Jackson Bell, getting on the stat sheet. Well, actually, that's the 2nd bucket of the game. He's got 4 points. Everybody in Mahtomedi on the court has scored except for one, the guy who just came in for the first time tonight, Neen. Fouls both at 6 apiece, as there will be a timeout here. 6 apiece with just under 8 minutes left to play in this game, and I don't think anybody's you know, thinking North St. Paul's got a chance here. So it's a 19-point lead, and hopefully it doesn't get ugly over the next 7.54 with fouling, because I think after what I just seen from Joe Messerow, he's going to foul out of this game. He is going to foul out of this game. He's been one of their most active players out there tonight. So, good game here for the Zephyrs. Just want to talk about volunteering. If you'd like to come up here and do some play-by-play, help in the truck, help with camera work. I see a lot of these students sitting around here, you know, and they love their technology and they love their phones and computers and all that. Well, it can pay off for you. You can get your own show even if you come to, you know, our studios here. Basically in Mahtomedi are the studios, and conveniently located for North St. Paul students and Hill Murray and Tartan. In fact, Tartan's probably the farthest away from our studios. So, I mean, you can come there and you can do your own show. You got something to say? Not necessarily on TV 19. There's other stations there that you can get your show on and everything, but, I mean, get involved. I mean, you want to be the next. I watched Face the Nation and all these Sunday morning talk shows. We need more hosts on TV. You want to get started as a youngster. By the time you're 30, maybe you'll have that big position. If you start when you're 28, you're probably not going to get that great position by age 30, okay? You're going to have to still put in your dues. So come on out and volunteer. Sometimes you can even get paid for doing some of the stuff here, as on-air talent and stuff like that. So I know that entices people. Another one made there from Wadlington, and the clock just started, so a furious trap by the Polars, and Newman decided instead of shooting it, let's waste some time. And now he says, forget time. I like open threes. Oh, and he almost stole it away. North St. Paul not sure what their plan is now. They'd have to just start shooting threes and hitting every one of them. Ooh, what was that plan? Once you got into the key, what were you going to do? Oh, Steckler misses. Wadlington just there for a rebound that came into his arms. Now Wadlington might have to foul Newman. He lets him go. Newman hit the ground hard, I think, in an attempt to get an and one, but Wadlington never touched him, let him go. But being a coach's son, you're always looking for an extra point or two. And we have a foul on North St. Paul. It was behind the play with the guy who had the ball didn't do it, Helmgren. I think it might have been on Devon Dickens. In fact, they're saying it was Adrian Wadlington got that foul, and he has 3 fouls. Oh, nice pass to Wadlington there from Devon Dickens. Need to see more of that. Ooh. Oh, man. Some razzle-dazzle there for Lucas Bueller. On the other end, quickly. Oh, and blocked by the bottom of the backboard. There was Devon Dickens. And look at this, jam it. I don't think Jackson Bell, well, maybe he can. It lists him at 6'3". But that'd been funny. 56-35, wow. What a second half for the Zephyrs. They were winning pretty easily at the end of the first half, even though it didn't seem like super easily, but they were. This second half, they are just trouncing. Ooh, Newman could have put it up, but he decided to be nice and give it to Voidovich, and Voidovich lost it on the tough, aggressive defense there by the Polars. Ogassi back in the game for the Polars, and Jake McDonough also. Mustard, he's going to take that shot. He was actually pushed a little bit by Wadlington after the play. But nobody cares at that point because it was no good anyway. How about a block from behind there? Bueller and Voidovich just working well for the Zephyrs now. McDonough handed it off. Here's Wadlington. Wadlington is, you know, I'd have to say he's a player. He's good. He's got 11 points. He hasn't shot like an outrageous amount of field goal attempts, so he's having a decent game. He's got some emotion out there. And a nice little putback there. Boy, easy for Bueller and the Zephyrs. Steckler lost it. Here comes Bueller. Bueller. Lucas Bueller has just gone on a little bit of a crazy mode here for the last minute. Wow, I'm not even sure why the timeout. Because there's not much you can do with timeouts right now. 60-37. This has turned into an old-fashioned blowout. Boy, he just slipped on the floor or something, like, you know, I was walking out there with my snow feet at halftime. And Bueller just said, you know what? I was kind of quiet in the first half, but not anymore. Lucas Bueller has 8 points. And most of them, I have to think, is the second half here. He didn't do much in the first half, even though he was out there quite a bit. They do have a scoreboard here in the gym, and I notice people are watching it. What a nice feature. I know I usually have to mention my old school that doesn't exist anymore, St. Bernard's. That scoreboard that Mahtomedi has would have probably put us out of business at St. Bernard's a lot longer than it took us. Boy, that's a nice scoreboard. I don't know if the camera people, yeah, they got it. They got it on the screen there. That's beautiful, man. For a high school, that's excellent. That's why I'm saying Mahtomedi, I'm very impressed with Mahtomedi and just everything they offer here for your students. I mean, it seems like if I could pick a high school to go to, this would definitely be my top choice. I haven't been to every one of them, but boy, it's awesome here. And North St. Paul, I almost went there. My brother graduated from North St. Paul High in '90, and I was thinking of transferring there, and it didn't happen. So I have a spot in my heart for both of these teams. Oh, that nice. Boy, he's been silent. Joe Mullen, he was so active in the first like 5 minutes of this game, and then just sporadically since then. Oh, nice pass, Jelly. Oh, and not put in by Jackson Bell. Jelly wanted that assist. His stat sheet is fat tonight. What are you gonna do here? Drives outside and traveling on Messerol. It almost seemed like Messerol was going in for a hard charge too. I said for sure Messerol was gonna foul out of this game. So far he's making me worry about that statement. He only needs one more. And there it is. I think that might be it. Not sure who they called the foul on, but Messerol's not leaving the game. Nope, 15. And Joe Mullen. Which Mullen only, I mean, that's his first foul, which is surprising, for one. And he only has 4 points. I really thought, with the energy Joe Mullen was bringing, I thought he'd just get more of a stat sheet than what he's got going. But, once again, I'm not down there playing. These are big boys. And Mahtomedi they're looking solid tonight. I mean, I'd be really interested in seeing their next matchup against Tartan to see how well they've improved. But that one will be at Tartan, which is not an easy gym to play at. It's a great gym, though. I love Tartan's gym, too. But I think that this Mahtomedi gym is just stellar, top-notch. I was just told from the people in the truck that this is kind of renovated gym, and this is already a nice place. Oh, there you go. There you go, Joe Mullen. This is definitely what you call garbage time now, though. with just a little over 3 minutes remaining in the game, and such a big lead, 21 points. Ooh, Jelly. Jelly caught Mullen in the face. Now Mullen's quickly back up and saying, give me the ball. That was a wild shot, and the floater teardropper goes for him, and he's holding his jaw. I think Jelly caught him in the right side of his jaw with an elbow. That was Sam Newman. You know, Sam Newman looks so young to me. He's got, like, you know, when he plays, he just looks young. His dad, actually, you know, he's like me. He's lost a lot of his hair, but his dad looks young, too. A young-looking face. But this Sam Newman, you know, he's just going to get better and better. He might even play some college ball. You never know. I don't know where, but he's got what every coach would want. He knows the game well, and he's a hard worker. And he's got a good stroke. And he's going to take a seat on the bench, and his dad's going to hug him there. I wouldn't say hug, but instruct him with some advice. Well, we're under 3 minutes, and now not much you can say for North St. Paul. Thought this game would turn into kind of a free throw match, and so far it hasn't. Maybe they got some of the hot heads off the floor that might have been just fouling and putting us in a long, excruciating, drawn out blowout. We're not really running commercial breaks for profit, so we don't care about all the breaks in the action. We do run some really good PSA spots, though. Public service announcements, and they are and there's, you know, Mostert just took a seat on the bench. What a great game from him. I'd have to say I'm not going to say he's the player of the game, because Jelly, for everything he's done tonight, he's definitely going to be player of the game. But Sam Muster would be a strong second. And look at now, Jelly's going to, now Mahtomedi's taking out their starters, and he wants Jelly to get a hand from the crowd. I almost want to give him a hand. That was a pretty darn good game. At least 5-6 blocks. And Mahtomedi just is going to try to, I hope you just didn't unplug us. Okay. Some really nice girl just unplugged something right behind me, and I was hoping it wasn't our telecast. Let Jed Magnuson just do something here. Jed Magnuson needs to shoot. He's got 0 points for the Zephyrs. Had a tough night. Seen a lot of minutes. Two minutes now left in the game, and Thomas Akwai driving and losing the ball. A lot of players off the bench now in the game, including Brendan Harold for North St. Paul, number 20. Also, Kyle Mason in the game for the Polars. Joe Neen is going to stay out there for the Zephyrs. An appearance here by Peter Voidovich. And it looks like Lucas Bueller is up to his 9th point with another free throw coming, and then they might take him out of the game. It looks like we have another substitution as Jackson Bell is out. And into the game is Noah Hange. Just a shout out to the Hill Murray Pioneers. Miss there from Bueller. I know there's a lot of Pioneer fans that watch these games, maybe scouting out both these teams they're going to play, and I do have to say, a big fan of the Hill Murray Pioneers and, you know, the education they get over there and the sports and the history that they brought to the state, especially with their hockey program. You know, when I think of high school hockey in the state of Minnesota, like, I think of at least 2 names right off the top of my head. It's Edina and Hill Murray. Minute 30 left here. That's my birthday there, 1:30. 1:30. I'm not going to say what. No, I don't care. 1974. Boy, I'm getting old, and this next birthday coming up in a week from, a little less than a week from tonight, is not going to be a happy one for me. I'm going to have to lie about my age more than ever now. Inside, wild drive, and we have a player. Oh, look at it. It's Magnuson. They don't want Magnuson to score, but he's going to go to the line. Joe Mullen on the foul. And back to one of my earlier statements, I don't believe Joe Massaro fouled out. They just took him out. So he proved me wrong there. Just like early in the second half, it looked like there was some tensions out there that might get out of control, but the referees actually did a great job. Magnuson! All right. Now he can smile. He is actually smiling. He knows he can play better than what happened tonight. Just one of them games. Might be the hero for them somewhere down the line. When I played varsity basketball, these are the types of games where I was hoping to get some minutes in when my team was down by 20 or up by 20. Wanted to get in some game time. I think I was called a scrub. To the line, Ogassie. Leigh-John Ogassie. It's a good name, Leigh-John. And he misses the second. Rebound to Duncan Goldberg. Duncan Goldberg had it pickpocketed in here, driving, easy bucket. The man who just missed that free throw, Leigh-John Ogassie, so he enjoyed that out-of-control play by Duncan Goldberg, but Goldberg, gotta love his effort, just came into the game, and then that pass to Goldberg, he wasn't quite there. But it was tipped. .40 seconds remaining. Goldberg wants to shoot, and he gets it! Goldberg gets into the game and making his presence felt. Ooh, rough play underneath. I guess lime green with a tint of yellow shoes are kind of in nowadays. Boy, those are distracting, and they don't fit the uniform type balance, blue, white, yellow. I don't know where that color comes in, but whatever. 18 seconds left. On Location TV 19 wants to thank our volunteers who helped us with this game tonight. Want to also thank the big man in the truck, Nick Anderson. Adam Plorin also in the truck doing well. Here's a three. Off the front of the iron, no good. And Goldberg with that rebound. Looking for an assist. Nope, stripped away. And this just might just about do it here. Oh, a three. And it's good. Nice shot there from Thomas Akwai, the sophomore, and that will do it. 69-51, the final score. An 18-point drubbing by the Zephyrs. And the Zephyrs are going to be heading to their next opponent and be feeling good about themselves. Whereas North St. Paul is going to have to practice, and come up with a better game plan and hopefully win some games down the road here and do well in the playoffs. Well, that was it for us on Location TV 19. Happy to bring you this game. Player of the game, Sean Jelly for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs with at least 6 blocks. He had about 14, 15 points and about 10 rebounds. So what a game for him, Muster as well. Congratulations to the Zephyrs, and thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back on Location TV 19 with more high school games. So just keep it on this channel, folks. And you'll see more and more great community athletics. Thanks everybody. It's great being with you. John Kane, TV 19.